Hey, welcome to the Real Estate Podcast. This is our 10th episode. I am your host, Ngosankandu. I am the CEO and founder of Kingdom Real Estate Agency. Today, I'm excited. I'm interviewing one of my icons. Madam Natasha, it is a pleasure to have you and we're excited. Who is Natasha?
First of all, Ngosa, thank you so much for inviting me onto your platform.
Sure.
It's an absolute pleasure for me to be here.
You're welcome.
So, I am Natasha Chiumya. I'm actually a lawyer by profession.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Exciting.
Yes, that was my first career. And I've now actually focused more on real estate.
Sure.
So I'm the CEO of Diaspora Connect. And our sole objective is to help Zambians who live abroad to buy property in a safe and reliable way.
Awesome.
Because we noticed that a lot of our friends in the diaspora, unfortunately, they lose money to friends, relatives, dubious agents that aren't registered like you and I. Yes. So we wanted to bring some structure and credibility to that process. So that's why we started Diaspora Connect. And also on the personal side, I'm a mom.
Awesome.
I have 2 children.
Awesome.
Yes, who give me a lot of work, but also a lot of joy.
Awesome. So now, my question is, how do you separate the two? Being a lawyer and being a real estate agent? How do you juggle?
So actually, it really helped me because, we had a legal practice. And the practice is still there for Latia and Chiumya legal practitioners. And we became very active in the real estate sector. So a lot of the large developments in and around Lusaka were our clients or still are our clients.
Sure.
And it gave me a lot of conveyancing and property law experience.
Awesome.
And from there, I discovered that a lot of our friends in the diaspora really struggled to find property and to buy property.
Sure.
And this was an eye-opener for me because for us, it was something that we were dealing with every day. And they would come and they would tell me their struggles, how they had lost money. And that's where I saw the opportunity. So that's how Diaspora Connect was born. And of course, you know how our regulations are.
Yes.
You know, we had to, the two can't coexist,
Yeah.
a law firm and a real estate agency. So it was a lot of work to juggle the two. And that's why now I've decided to focus more actually on the real estate side of things. Yes.
That's excellent.
Yeah, because there are only 24 hours in a day.
True.
Yes.
And you can only do as much.
You can only do so much in 24 hours.
So, and you know what? On our 10th episode, we decided to tweet some things, change a little.
Congratulations, by the way, on starting
Thank
the
you very
podcast and being on your 10th episode.
I mean, just like you are trying to educate or you are educating the people from the diaspora, we are also trying to educate the existing agents as well as property investors within Zambia.
Fantastic.
So that at least they can actually know about real estate investment.
Great.
So on this podcast, we actually discuss all things real estate, that is investments and sales. Sure. So we'll do something that is different. We've not done it with any guests. You will be the first one.
Okay.
We call them the rapid fire questions.
Wow.
So I will bring up any word or a sentence, then whatever comes to mind.
Okay. I'm feeling the pressure.
Sure. So the first word would be Zambia. What comes to mind?
Home.
God.
Relationship.
Investments.
Money.
Best movie?
Sound of music.
Okay. Best book?
Conversations with God.
Mother?
Monica.
Father?
Patrick.
Future?
Prosperous.
Name?
Natasha.
Real estate.
Shelter.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Podcast. This is our 10th episode, and we are having a conversation with Natasha Chiumya, the director and CEO of the Diaspora Connect. Madam Chiumya, we just want to go into the real estate matters. How do you see the state of the real estate market now in Zambia?
I think, Ngosa, there's so many opportunities actually in the real estate market.
Yes.
And one thing that I always tell people is that real estate is not one thing.
True.
I think you and I are practitioners, so we know that real estate is very wide and varied.
True.
So within real estate, you've got so many different sectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got retail, you've got residential, you've got logistics. So I think across the board, I would say that there are a lot of opportunities in the real estate sector.
Okay. So would we say this market is the buyer's market or the seller's market?
At the moment, it's very much the buyer's market. But maybe if I just give you an overview.
Please.
So I think in terms of retail, what we're seeing is that there's still that recovery from COVID.
Yeah.
I think real estate generally is still recovering from COVID. Some parts of it are doing better than others.
True.
Yes. So in terms of retail, what we're seeing is more collaboration between landlords and tenants.
True.
I think the relationship has actually become better as a result of the pandemic because we're seeing landlords and tenants working together to increase occupancy rates within the retail space and also traffic, to bring in that foot traffic because obviously it had really declined.
Yes.
And so now, they're trying to bring back that foot traffic.
Awesome.
We're also seeing hybrid rentals because, as you know, our currency is so volatile. I mean, you've seen what's happening with the kwacha. It dips, it picks up, then it goes down again. So I think in that spirit of collaboration, we're seeing that some rentals, part of the rentals are being paid in kwacha, some are being paid in dollars. So that's good for the retail space. And also a lot of recreational services and amenities are coming into the retail space in order to attract people to visit those same retail centers. So that's good. I think also what we're seeing in residential is still going strong. Yes, people always need shelter. They need a place to live. And we're still seeing Lusaka growing outwards. Yeah, not really up. We don't really like high rise. I don't know what it is as Zambians. We don't like heights.
That would be good, huh?
Yes, it would be great. So we're seeing the boundaries of Lusaka as still like moving outwards. Yeah. And of course, self-build continues to be dominant. So people still have to do things in a very affordable way, which means the best thing for them is to buy a plot, maybe over a payment plan, and then to start building on their own over a period of time, whatever they can afford every month. They put it into their building project. In terms of office space, that also had quite a hit, I would say. So there is a lot of A-grade office space in Lusaka that has been vacant, but it's slowly, those occupancy rates are coming up. And then, as you know, as we have seen, government is always building roads.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. So we've seen that logistics, real estate is also becoming quite important.
That's true.
Things like warehousing, cold rooms, with higher specifications, I think. Yeah. So that's what I would say about the real estate sector. There's so much happening in the space.
So in other words, we are indicating the market is still packed with opportunities.
I believe so, 100%. Yeah.
So it's still a good investment.
Yes. Actually, you know what you're saying. I was reading a post by Andrew Chibuye.
Oh, awesome.
He's
it's good.
He's the country manager for PricewaterhouseCoopers. And he gave an example of the Luansha mine and how they're, I don't know what the technical term is, I can't remember, but they're dewatering it. Yeah, they're removing the water. And he said this was an announcement that was made, I think 1 or 2 years ago. And if people had paid attention at that time, they may have started a real estate opportunity, perhaps a lodge.
Awesome.
Yeah, in light of the fact that the mine would be up and running in the short to medium term. Yes.
So those are pointers that actually investors need to look for.
Exactly.
Imagine we had the Nchwala.
Yes.
Imagine the accommodation spaces there. I'm told they were actually 100%
booked out. Yes.
That's an opportunity.
Absolutely. So I think that the mind of an investor is always looking for these opportunities. You see these announcements, you see a certain policy direction, and you begin to think and ask yourself, how can I take advantage of this from a real estate perspective? I think one of the biggest bottlenecks that we're seeing in the real estate sector is the high cost of financing. Yeah, you know, our interest rates are really high. We're in a high interest environment,
Sure.
and our interest rates are now sitting at around, they're still in the 20 percentile.